All right, guys, so in this week's Piscifun video, I am out here on Lake Michigan. It's mid-April right now, and what's going on is a lot of times your brown trout, your cohos, even your king salmon, steelhead, they'll be up on the beaches. They'll be up shallow this time of the year. The water warms up, the bait starts to migrate in, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be casting for cohos, brown trout. We're going to start out in the lake here. It's a nice calm day. The wind's supposed to pick up a little bit later this afternoon. Might work our way to the harbor, but the goal is to get a limit of cohos. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be throwing a jerkbait like this, and I've got 12-pound test fluorocarbon. I've got 10-pound test braid. I've got the Piscifun, the Carbon XT right here. Love this reel, super smooth drag. Been using these reels for now about a month since they came out. They cast really well. You can find out more information about the XTs in the link in the description below. Now the jerkbait seems to work really good when we're throwing it up high for fish, but when we're fishing fish, you know, like we're going to start out in 20-25 feet of water and we'll work our way, you know, up shallower. If I see fish, you know, suspended or down low, especially down low, then I grab like a jig and a plastic or a jigging spoon, and we either swim it in or we jig it in, or just kind of twitch and reel. It just depends what the fish wants. So, but two really good baits to have this time of the year, two or three. One is a jig and a plastic. The other is a jerkbait or a crankbait. And last but not least, you probably want to have like a casting spoon. You can come out here with spawn and shrimp and fish that as well. But spoons, jerkbaits, all that stuff works. We're going to try to cast them up. Here we go. All right, Coho. How are we supposed to get our meat for our family? Got him. Yeah. What you got? Yeah, coho number one. All right.
Go. Same one I missed.
Love it. All right. Missed him on the spawn, caught him on the jig and the plastic. Coho number one for Silas. He strikes first. Yeah, nice job. You're on the board.
I love catching the spawn.
Well, we have another coho on. What I'm trying to do is we're trying to catch some browns. We see some fish, and sometimes I'm not sure if they're cohos or not, but these are starting to make it a little bit more obvious. They're a little smaller marks. All right, come on, let it go. There he is, nice little coho.
Luckiest coho in Lake Michigan.
That's right. Yes, yes. All right. I mean, you could troll them up like everyone else out here, but man, don't get me wrong, guys. This is way more fun. On a light action spinning rod, swing them in, and those are beautiful cohos. Whoa, we got a little lucky. Just look at the colors of these things. They're such a beautiful fish. And what we're going to do, one thing I will recommend, what we're going to do in a little bit here, once we keep 4 each, then what we're probably going to do is we're going to go just fish for brown trout. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. This is really good to see. See all the bait fish? This is the first signs of bait I'm seeing like this. This is where you're going to find big browns, big kings, and that is why you're finding. See them right there?
See that one? Right?
That's cohos. Yep. Just stay on the trolling motor. You can just keep chasing that fish, but you find the bait and the cohos and the kings and everything that's migrating back in. That's the first big schools of bait I'm seeing migrating up, so that's a good sign. It's about to happen, and the fish are really beautiful size this year.
No, he's
I'm
not.
not saying they're not going to come off, but 2 for 2 right away.
9 times out of 10 they're staying on.
Yeah, because you have, you know, that treble hook's got all those hooks. So if they, as soon as that fish comes up and grabs it like this and spins around in it, you're gonna get them. And heads up, I don't want to lose this bait. That's a good thing. Fish number 3 for us. So here's the deal, guys. We're just gonna keep our 4 cohos each, so we can still go and fish for salmon and brown trout. We're gonna, once you catch your 5 and you throw them in the box, you're done fishing. But if you keep 4, you can keep trolling and unhooking fish and letting them go in the water. You just can't throw them in your live well. So these are great, tasty little fish. I'm going to show you my favorite way how to cook them up. Another spring coho catch and cook on jerk baits. Another coho. Ate it pretty good too. All right.
No spot.
Almost thought it was a steelhead. Little baby steelhead at first. On the jerkbait. Take him. Oh, come on. Yes, yes, yes. You're not gonna miss him on the jerkbait. Well, you'll miss a few, but you won't miss nearly as many as you do. You want to just wing them in, or here? You want me to net them?
I can swing him like that.
All right. There you go. Nice job. Nice cohos on jerkbaits. Jerkbaits for spring coho. Just gotta watch so they don't jerk in your hand. Need pliers?
Yeah. Fuck this.
Yeah. Right away, first cast on the jerkbait, dude. On the jerk. They're not gonna come off on the jerkbait, you know. You know what I should have brought is that new rubber net I had from Clam. Because you know how this works. Just swing it. I'm just gonna swing it. Whoa! Sorry. There he is. Coho's on jerkbaits. Here's the deal, guys. So in the springtime, you know, cohos, they slash at baits and they miss them a lot. So what'll happen, hopefully I don't get my hands, but what'll happen is they slash at baits and miss them a lot. See that alewife that's sticking out of that fish? I'm going to unhook him, show you this alewife that's sitting inside here, its mouth. Let me open his mouth because I got a treble hook piercing it shut. There you go. So there's the size bait they're eating, and it's about the same size as jerkbait right there. You see that? And the difference though is, here's a big difference when you troll with a jerkbait or crankbait versus just a single hook jig. Now we've been jigging, you know, good old Silas and I, we're jigging a lot. And how many have we missed so far, Silas? Like we've probably missed what, 8 or 10?
Yeah,
so like it's pretty, if you're missing a lot of them, it's normal. And when you see the fish up high, or if you're just coming out here to fish in the spring, the cohos are up really high, like in the top 5-10 feet of water. So jerk baits, crankbaits, all that stuff works. So all right, let's throw him in with his buddy. We're gonna have a coho catch and cook. right, this is my 4th coho that I'm gonna keep. Number 4. And that's that. I'm gonna let Silas catch one more coho. Oh, yeah. And then once we got our 8 cohos, we're gonna go play around for browns, but then we're gonna do a catch and cook. So, favorite fish to eat in this time of the year. They are so tasty, casting up nice, tasty cohos. But still dirty in there. Oh, I gotta let you go. We're shooting a video. Bye. All right. And the last fish of the day comes from Wisco. You gonna swing them in?
Yeah.
There you go. That's the nicest one yet, too. Wisco switched it up. So the one thing I'll tell you, see how he's got the jig and the plastic on there, guys? That's a go-to bait for browns or steelhead or cohos or kings. But the one thing is, like the fish that are up really high, what would you say they're down 2 to 4 feet?
2 to 4 for sure.
2 to 4 feet. There's a lot of cohos down 2 to 4 feet. But the fish that are down, what are we in, 16 feet of water here? We just kind of moved in. All the boats are trolling out from us, and I just wanted to move up on the beach. The water looks perfect. The fish that are down deeper, those fish are much easier to catch with a jig and a plastic or a jig and spoon. So, nice job. Are you ready to go?
Let's go catch some big ones.
Yeah, that did not take long.
No,
eh? Wow, that was cool. All right. All right, guys, so what we're doing is, what I like to do is when I'm coming out and fishing these shorelines is, again, most important thing is just take a look at the water clarity. If you've got decent water clarity, anywhere from gin clear to 2 to 3 feet of visibility is a good thing. And then what I'll do is I'll fish, you know, there's just like big bays and big points that come in here. I'll fish these points. A lot of times around these points there's dirtier water. Fish around those points, or I'll fish around the boils, or right back behind us is the power plant. But we've been catching a lot of cohos, caught a few nice browns. What we're going to do now is we're going to head back to the harbor where we launched, and we're going to go see if we can catch a couple more browns and then wrap it up.
What do we got?
Well, the reason I put a plastic on is because I was hoping to catch a brown trout or a king salmon. Boy, it's a nice fish. I like it. This is not going to be a coho, I don't feel like. That other one was bigger than this that we just saw. I want a king so bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like the goal.
Or a big brown,
Big brown,
nice browns.
or king.
Fun casting up for big browns. Just moved away and we're in 25 feet of water. Really, any of the shorelines you guys can do this in. I mean, we just ran down a mile down the shoreline to, I was pointing out to Silas, like, it's all about the water clarity. It's a nice brown, dude, real nice brown. And what I can notice, I don't know if you guys can notice, but when you look right over here, you can see the water's cleaner. It's kind of like a bluer clean water, and we're right in the brackish, like we're within 200 yards of that edge, but in the dirtier water. And I told Silas I want to find the edge and then fish in the dirty water there for big browns. As soon as we stop,
Nice brown.
first fish, nice 10-pounder, but this isn't as big as the last mark we saw.
Beautiful fish. You want the net?
Sure. Get out of the water. Oh, get the net. Yes.
Beautiful.
I'm going to just lift this fish up, show you guys. I'm going to get them back.
Yeah.
All right, look at that beautiful fish. Beautiful chrome mama steel, or brown trout, geez. See you later. Oh, that one was full of spunk. All right.
Nice.
Nice little brownie. Take it. Yes, yes, yes. What do we got? Coho?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh. All right. Well, we can just let him go.
On the plastic. So, oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
Kind of fighting with the brown.
Yeah, no, I think. Come on over here. Yep. Oh yeah, I saw it. Oh, yep. God. Go around to your left. To your right here. Yep. Keep coming this way. Oh, it's a coho. He's wrapped up. Loosen up, and I'm gonna lift up. Okay. See which way he's going or no?
Oh, we got
yes. All right. We'll just unswing him over here and unhook him. And then just let him go. Try not to bounce his head. Careful. Don't let him go.
Nice and gentle with him. Oh, shit. And we're just going to toss him right back in.
There he goes. Nice job. Let him take off. There he goes. Like, I'm out of here. That hurt. Talking about where'd all the steelhead go?
We found a couple.
Might be a steelhead. It's a nice fish either way. We made a little move, came into the harbor, and to be honest with you guys, it's mid-April right now. Really not seeing a lot of fish.
A little brown.
So what we're probably gonna do is we're probably gonna just work our way and go back out into the lake, finish up in the lake, but we fished, you know, a lot of the harbor here. We've only seen a handful of fish. So a lot of the fish have migrated out into the lake now, down the beaches and the shorelines. So, nice fish though. Nice chromer. Nice. But there's always browns, a few hanging out in here.
Net.
Might as well, eh? So many fish like this you can catch casting, and you can pound them trolling too. Now, just because I don't do a lot of trolling doesn't mean it's not effective. I just really enjoy casting up these fish. They're so much more fun.
Another nice fish right out there.
You see another one on the screen?
Nice one.
Well, let me get this unhooked. Show everyone this cookie cutter brown trout. Post-spawn female. Nice fish. Let her go. Catch that next one, Kyle. Let's go. Alright guys, so I'm just getting back from catching a bunch of cohos, some brown trout, and I want to show you guys what I feel is like one of the most important things to do. The first thing is that when you catch your coho or any salmon or trout you want to keep, you know, you throw it, you bleed it, for any fish for that matter, bleed it out by, you know, putting the fish out of its misery, killing it, ripping its gills out, whatever. You can see I've got a handful of cohos here, and after you bleed it out, there's not a lot of blood in the fish. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you my favorite way to take the meat off these cohos. There's a lot of ways you can flay them. You can do it with a regular knife, you can do it with an electric. I'm just going to grab the fillet with an electric, cut down right to the bone, straight here, and then I'm going to angle and push all the way till it comes out. You got to be careful you don't go through the backbone though. So you're going to start, angle, push, and now you have your fillet right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that fillet, and there's two things I want to do right now. The first thing I typically try to do is I always keep some extra paper towel on the side just so I can grab any extra blood or slime, but that meat looks just amazing. It's wild coho from Lake Michigan, and I want to get rid of these I want to get rid of the pin bones here, and I want to get rid of the rib bones. So the rib bones, I'm just going to go this, You can use a fillet knife too, and I usually just peel them off. They peel right off, just like that. Now I'm going to take the skin off of the fish because this is how we love to cook our cohos. I'm just going to grab the end here, end of the skin, just kind of pull towards you and push with the knife. All right, so now we have one last thing, two more things to do real quick. What I like to do is, so now I'm going to cut out these pin bones right here. Pin bones are a small set of bones going down my finger right here. You can see, and they stop right about here. So basically, from here down is going to be boneless. So for the pin bones, I just usually like to use a fillet knife. You can see how they're protruding out a little bit right there. So I'm going to cut on an angle this way. Then I'm going to go on the other side, cut on an angle down on this side of them. So you lose a teeny bit of meat when you do take out your pin bones like this. A little bit. 2 cuts, one on this side, one here. And I use my finger to kind of go along these bones. You can see those bones right there. Just like this. And one more bone right here. And that is basically, you're going to take it, flip it over. And now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, you can see where I cut through here for the pin bones. But now all your fish have like a dark lateral line on them. So what I do is I like to trim off all of this dark little lateral line. This will make your fish, you know, if you have people that ever complain that fish is too fishy, a lot of times it's because they don't take the time to just trim it off. You know, trim that little thin piece off. You're not losing much meat right there. Trim off a little bit right here. Both sides. I'm going to take this little lateral line right out right here. I'm just going to go right down, cut this whole fillet. So this will be a boneless fillet right here. Right here. Boneless. And typically I will try to trim up the rest of this little bit of dark meat right here, just so I have all red meat. Now you take this right now, this half of this fillet, you dip it in melted butter, you season it up on a hot skillet. Let me tell you, it is phenomenal. So like, whether you blacken it, you'll see some of our other coho recipes, but just one last thing here I just want to show. See, these are the pin bones right here. See this little section right here? So here's the pin bones that just all pulled out. Little tiny section. All these little bones you can kind of see right here. So you want to take those out. You can also pull the pin bones out when you cook them out. And again, I take this last little dark meat section off. And that's it. Now you have the boneless, both sides. And then this is just, this is really just heaven, guys. I mean, fresh cohos like this, if you have not tried this way where you're going to take them, skin them, take the pin bones out, I promise you, however you cook them, whether you deep fry them, you bake them, you grill them, when you have just the pure meat like this, it is phenomenal. So thanks for watching this week's video. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave a comment. We appreciate it, guys. We'll see you.